Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. You already know what time it is. I'm delivering y'all my second point guard build of the day. Obviously, this one is going to be 6'6", and we're not going to waste any time. But because I'm not wasting any y'all's time, I do ask that you consider dropping a like, sub to the channel. It doesn't cost you a cent, but it does help me out a ton. But as promised, we're not wasting any more time. Obviously, we're going 6'6" for the height, position point guard, 198 pounds, and a 6'9" wingspan. Now, as y'all can see, I already got the attributes laid out for you guys. So if you want, take a screenshot, but just give me 2 minutes of your time to explain why I did what I did. So obviously, first things first, a 72 driving layup. Attributes are expensive this year. If I could have gone higher, I would. Y'all know the layup king himself. That's how I built my platform. But unfortunately, I tested out the jelly layups. They are not quite as good this year. We're gonna try to make it work, especially on our other build. But it's just not something we can prioritize at this point. We might go with the play slash later in the year. But let me get back to this build. It was brought up to a 72 because we went with an 89 driving dunk again, and then we obviously paired that with the 78 vertical because that's going to unlock the tier 2 contact dunk packages as well as a wide variety of other dunk animations that we can put in our dunk style. And I did already check this out. I already hit finish. I already have a career with this build and tested out or looked at all the animations to make sure we could get what we wanted. Make sure there's some good animations in there for you guys. So now for the shooting. We went with an 86 three-pointer because that's going to get us silver agent threes as well as silver blinders, silver deadeye, silver limitless. Y'all can peep the rest of the lineup if you want, but the main thing here, silver agent threes. This obviously is a more ISO leaning build, so silver agent threes is huge. Now the only concern some of you guys may have is bronze limitless range, but trust me, I've already tested out all the different levels of limitless range. Bronze limitless range is a little bit of a step down from silver and gold. The difference between silver and gold, if you watch my other build video earlier in the day, if you haven't, by the way, go check it out. It's worth at least a watch checking out the point guard build. But anyways, silver and gold, the difference is there's not really a difference. Hall of Fame, obviously, you can shoot from half court like it's a free throw, but that requires a 99 three-pointer, too expensive. Bronze limitless range, though, I tested it out. You can shoot consistently on Hall of Fame, by the way, from about 31 to 32 feet away, so about 8 or 9 feet away from the basket. And you can maybe push that out a little bit farther when you get takeover, you have boosts on, say off a catch and shoot, if maybe your boy has dimer. Like, but alone, standalone, 31, 32 feet about consistently. That's how far you can shoot consistently. Now, you might be able to shoot, and that's coming from someone who I feel like I'm a pretty good shooter. Maybe you're even better than me and you can push it out to 33, 34. I don't know. But as far as consistently goes, I can confirm bronze limitless range is good from about 31, 32 feet. So yeah, obviously, very respectable shooter here. Ne- Next up for our playmaking, we're going to start out with the ball handle here. 92 ball handle. That's going to unlock us. Uh, I'm not going to list all these off. Obviously, you guys can see what we got here. The only silver here is killer combos. If you want to bring your ball handle up to a 93 like we did in the earlier build video, that will give you gold killer combos as well as Hall of Fame ankle breaker. Now on this build in particular, I don't think it's worth it simply because we have the strength to, I feel like, make up for uh, the silver killer combos not being there. So obviously it's going to be a lot easier for us to blow by smaller guards. But if you feel like it's worth it, then sacrifice an attribute somewhere. Um, Next up, we'll go with our speed with ball, and then we'll touch on the pass accuracy. Speed with ball, as far as 6'6" point guards go, anything higher than an 83 speed with ball is not worth it. You're not going to be able to get any of the dribble styles that come with a higher speed with ball that you can get on a littler guard. But in 83 speed with ball, as y'all can see, is the sweet spot for maintaining gold blow by and gold speed booster. Obviously, that's huge, and we paired that with an 87 acceleration, which is already, as y'all know, is going to give you a beautiful quick first step that you're going to be launching like almost like a almost like a 6'2", not quite like a 6'2", but almost like a 6'2" out of almost every dribble move. But now for the pass accuracy. So I know the big concern this year is bailout is an 87. Listen, y'all, it's going to take some time to adjust if you're someone who relies heavily on bailout passes. But I'm telling you, I've already tested it out. Bailout passes, it's not like every time you bail out of a shot without the bailout badge, it goes into the front row. It's not like that. Some of them with a 73 pass accuracy can be a little bit sloppy. I mean, you're not going to be able to throw the 360 no look on a rope that you could, say, in 2K23 if you didn't have bailout. Or if you just had bronze bailout on with like 65 pass accuracy. It's not that way anymore. But the majority of bailout passes are still clean. As long as they're relatively simple bailouts, you're gonna be fine. And on top of that, you shouldn't even need to bail out as much this year because, as y'all know, every shot is greenable unless you're 100% smothered. So just that's another thing to keep in mind. You won't need to bail out as much this year, and even without it, you can still do it. I already tested it out for you guys. That's my job. So yeah, so far we got elite above the rim finishing, very very pushing elite shooting, and for a 6'6", I would say pushing elite playmaking. Now for the defense, as y'all can see, 81 perimeter, 81 steal. We've already got a well-rounded lineup of defensive badges, and then y'all peep the steal here. Bronze glove, silver interceptor. We know pair those together with an 81 steal and a 6'9" wingspan. We're gonna be in the lanes. We're gonna be getting some plucks. But you pair that as well with right stick ripper. Like I said, that one is only a few attributes away from a silver. So if you want to sacrifice somewhere, like I said, if you watch my build video or my build tips video yesterday, you know one of my tips I said was don't be afraid to tweak your favorite YouTuber's build. So just keep that in mind. Our defense is obviously, as far as perimeter and steal goes, pair that with the wingspan and the 74 strength, being that a lot of people are probably hesitant about strength, being that it hasn't mattered in the past. But I feel like with so many badges tied to it, I feel like it's very obviously this is going to be the year that it does matter if you're on a bigger build. Smaller builds can get away with not having it, but bigger builds, 81, 81 paired with that 74. I mean, just take a look at our physicals. This is already impressive. Our 80 speed, y'all know speed does not matter all that much. It's just moving up and down the court without the ball. But 80 is already obviously solid enough. It is going to help us maintain that silver hyperdrive that we paired with an 83 speed with ball. But 87 acceleration, already touched on that. You're going to be exploding out of different dribble moves. Strength in 84, we touched on that. And the vertical, obviously keep that paired with an 89 driving dunk if you want those tier 2 contact dunk animations. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, there is no box unchecked on this build, except for maybe the block. But like I said, attributes are expensive this year. You got to take what you can get. It's not like where you can have your cake and eat it too in the past. You got to sacrifice some things. And I am actually going to give you guys one more option here. If you are a 5v5 player, now I'm personally not doing this, but as far as the free throw goes, as y'all can see, you need a 71 for the free points badge. I feel like that could come in handy at some point, and a 68 free throw, for me personally, that's not a problem. I would like it higher if I could, but if you do want to sacrifice your 73 pass accuracy down to a 70, you are going to lose silver dimer, but that's all you're going to lose, and you can crank this all the way up to a 96. Now, is that worth it? I mean, free throws are relatively easy anyways, so. But me personally, I'm going with the 73. That's me. With the 73 pass accuracy, I feel like dimer is very valuable, especially early on in the year. Like, as we all know, no first build is perfect, but I mean, 73 pass accuracy with silver dimer, you're gonna be helping your teammates out. So yeah, I'm not gonna keep yapping. Y'all see the build. The attributes speak for themselves. The badges speak for themselves. There's no category here that this build does not do very well or even elite. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I love y'all. God bless. I didn't waste any of y'all's time, and I put multiple hours of work into this build. So please, please, please drop me a like. I love y'all. God bless, and I'll catch you in the next one.